Chelsea 1, Spurs 0. Tottenham Hotspurs come to Stamford Bridge and do what they know. They know how to lose at Stamford Bridge. It doesn't matter what form we're in. It doesn't matter where we are in the league. And in this case, we're fighting for top 4. And Enzo Fernandez's goal that was beautifully put on his head by Cole Palmer, who finally gets an assist after 127 days, puts Chelsea back into the top 4, puts us 5 points behind Nottingham Forest, puts top 4 in our own hands. Look, Chelsea Football Club need to make Champions League. Chelsea Football Club have a run which is favourable to help us make Champions League. A lot of people want to be negative for the sake of being negative. We've got Nicholas Jackson back, we've got Noni Madueke back, and now we have got more options coming off the bench. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly from today's game. We're going to analyse it, we're going to be objective, we're not going to get carried away because it wasn't a perfect performance, but what we are going to do is we're going to be a little bit positive because that doesn't exist within this Chelsea platform at the moment. So what I need from you guys is hit that like button. None of us have an excuse not to do that. Do it now, you will forget. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Listen, we are super close to 40,000 and I really want to hit that. It's a huge milestone for me. Let's get it started. Chelsea Football Club win this game 1-0. And we're going to start with the good because what I'm going to say, a lot of people aren't going to like, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. This system today displayed why it can work. And a lot of people are going to say, what are you talking about, Alex? We won the game 1-0. It's not like we blitzed them. But what happened, especially in that first half, was total domination. They didn't have a shot on target. And more importantly, we were creating opportunities for our wingers to go one-on-one consistently with ease. The passing from the back was very good. We had 3 chances, right? Because we varied our game. What happened? We dictated the play, and all of a sudden, we made an overload on the right-hand side, cross across goal. Jadon Sancho brings it down. Vicario, unbelievable saves, fingertips over the bar. No problem, you've been warned. Cole Palmer, Jadon Sancho link up on the left quadrant of the pitch, and guess what? Sancho's got the ball. There's an inside run, not overlapping Ryan, inside run. There's a roll through for him. Cole Palmer, in other times, takes a shot. But guess what? He picks his head up, crosses it across box. Enzo Fernandez is going in. It gets blocked on the line by, I think, Udogie. It hit his hand, but you know what? It's a natural position. We're not going to call for a penalty. First minute of the game, Trevor Chalobah says, don't worry, we don't only play short. I'm going to go long. He goes long, Nicholas Jackson in behind, and we had 3 opportunities where literally it hit the goalkeeper from Jackson's shot. I think it was the first touch, by the way. Jackson hits the thing. Van de Ven kicks the ball against the shin of Jackson and it hits the post. Comical errors, accident, but we were causing chaos. And when you cause chaos of that magnitude, chances come, fans can't complain. Because we were creating in the first half. It is night and day how we look when we have Jackson up top. We have a vocal point who brings players in. We have somebody who is a threat in behind, and he was occupying their centre-backs the whole game. And what ended up happening? Eventually, we wore them down, and the goal came from that. We got the ball, transition, overflow on the left-hand side, recycle it around, comes back to Cole Palmer, gets his head up, crosses it in. Enzo Fernandez coming in slowly, lovely little header. Chelsea are 1-0 up, happy days. That, for me, was the key. This performance for 60 minutes was absolutely unreal. And when I say unreal, I mean it was measured, it was controlled, it was objectively good. We looked like a team that was playing against a team that's in the bottom half, going for top 4, confident, composed. Then we had the Caicedo goal that didn't count. It was the correct decision. A cross came in, Levi Colwell was offside. The cross comes in, and what happens? It hits Colwell's head, goes backwards, Caicedo half volley. Next thing you know, Caicedo gets another banger that gets chalked off for a marginally offside call. Correct decision. And then the game twisted a bit. But what happened? We showed character. And I really appreciate that from the boys, you know. Because Caicedo lost the 50-50. Well, he didn't lose it because he got fouled. The guy, Sarr went studs into his knee and went and scored a goal that I believe Sanchez should have done better. But the ref said it was a foul. It was a foul, and we got our own back. And from that aspect, honestly, it was very, very cultured performance. And when I say cultured, I'm going to explain it. When they were on the break, Caicedo was cleaning up. When they were trying to go on the width, what happened? Cucurella and Gusto, I thought they had their players in their pockets. Son was quiet. Son was non-existent. Son, every time he tried to take him on, he knew he couldn't beat him for pace. He was trying to come inside and he was getting crowded out. Gusto was not diving in. Malo Gusto was excellent today. On the other side, Odeberg basically turned into Cucurella's son. He was sunning him, absolutely mocking him. It was absolutely hysterically obvious what was going on at this moment in time when it came to Marc Cucurella. Because Marc Cucurella just said, you want the ball? Hustled him off the ball. Then, you want to go one-on-one with me? I'll marshal you for pace, and then I'll outstrength you. It was such a well-rounded performance. I was really impressed. And what was even more impressive for me, we had to show character towards the end, right? Because Spurs had one chance. And you know the old adage, right? They're going to get one. And I think it was the 87th minute. Somehow from our corner, they break on us. They get a nice transition. Brennan Johnson puts the ball across the goal. Son hits it, and when I tell you, Sanchez makes himself massive. I watched The Lion King the other day. Mufasa made himself massive, jumped across, dashed Simba out. Bro, the way Sanchez jumped, he turned into Mufasa. He jumped, he smashed that ball away, covered the whole goal, massive, lion presence. What a man. You know what? Normally I cuss him down. Normally I get on this man. But I'm in the business of giving praise when you deserve praise. That save was worth 2 points. 2 extra points. And that save could be pivotal in the difference between making Champions League. Normally I say he costs us points. Today he won us 2 points. Because that save was outstanding. And more importantly, I thought his kicking was good today. As my mum would say, mashallah, his kicking was amazing today. Honestly, it was safe, it was secure, it was absolutely just normal. He wasn't looking to pass the ball to a person in white. He was looking to pass the ball to one of our boys. Long passes, short passes, when in doubt, boot it out. I was so impressed. By the way, Enzo Maresca deserves some praise as well, because I think the easy thing was to play Reece James. The easy thing was use Reece, and when Reece plays, we tend to play better. However, they planned, and you can see they planned because Reece came on at the end. He played 20 minutes, but they want him fit for the Brentford game, they want him fit for the Fulham game, and they want him fit for the Ipswich game. And he just can't play that many games in a row. Do you understand what I mean? So next week we're in Poland, and then the week after that we're playing Lego Warsaw at Stamford Bridge. And I don't think he wants to risk him. And I think when you have Malo Gusto, when you have Joshua Chempong, you don't need to risk him. Do you know what I mean? You trust Malo to be good enough. And if Malo's good enough, which he is, he showed it again today, you're happy. And then he brought on Toussaint, and he brought on KDH, shored up that midfield, took Enzo Fernandez off, took Palmer off, gave him a little break, and Jackson didn't get injured. Happy days. Noni came back on, and it's just valuable 3 points. I can't be more complimentary of the team today because there was a job to be done. They did it. It's always tough to play last. You know what you need to do. They came out and they did it. It wouldn't be me if I wouldn't be negative, right? Because I like to be objective. I like to be critical when criticism is due. And in this case, there is criticism due. Number one, I think Sancho's performance today and Neto's performance was the downer. The number of isolations we created one-on-one, I expected more from them. Look, when you play for Chelsea Football Club, there needs to be an element of threat you have in the final third. Say what you want about Nicholas Jackson. Jackson gets 2-3 chances purely based off his movement. Yeah? He might not score them, but he's chaos. He's causing travesties. He's causing people to panic. He's absolutely causing anxiety for those defenders. Palmer's involved, popping off shots. Good weight of pass. You can see him impacting the game. Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, right? The midfielders. The wingers today, Neto put 2 good crosses in. You put 2 good crosses, I rate it. However, what I am going to tell you, and I mean this, I need more, bro. You cost £55 million. I need more. Jadon Sancho. Bro, apart from that great save from Vicario, I need more. He can't create separation. I say this all the time. He can't play on that left wing. Why? Because he doesn't create enough separation. He's not explosive enough. Technically, he's so gifted. You see it, man. The flicks, the tricks. He has got everything. But he just can't. And then he hasn't got the confidence on top of not being able to create separation. And it's a bad combination. It genuinely is. But it doesn't matter today because we got the victory. And the other ugly thing, and this is the honest thing, I'm really frustrated with Fofana getting injured. And people are going to say, why are you frustrated? He can't control it. Look, I always say it's a bonus to have Lavia, James, or Fofana, right? But when you expect Wesley to play some minutes, and all of a sudden he's not available after 20 days off, you ask yourself the question, what are we doing here? Because Lavia's been hurt, and we have to accept it. I made a video on it, I spoke about it, you can't sell him, and at the end of the video, I'll link it so you can go check it out, right? I'm very objective there. I'm not saying sell him, I'm not saying he's rubbish, I'm not saying he's doing it on purpose before people think that. But we're allowed to be frustrated, you're allowed to vent, you're allowed to be annoyed. And the same goes with Fofana. Bro, you should have got the surgery by the sound of things. Because if the case is you come back for 2 games, and then after those 2 games, all of a sudden you're hurt again, then what was the point? Do you know what I mean? Like, we need a long-term solution, not a short-term one. But it is what it is. Listen, we got vital points. Vital. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Mwah! Chelsea Football Club, win, keep a clean sheet. I love it. Spursy, you're just Spursy geezers. Adios, amigos.